Hello students, welcome back to the lecture number 13 of chapter 6. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about a new theorem that is known as theorem number 6.4. So let us understand the statement of that theorem. Okay. So according to the theorem 6.4, it is given that if a transversal line intersects two parallel lines. Okay. So here PQ is a transversal line which intersect two parallel lines AB and CD. Then each pair of interior angles on same side of transversal line. Okay. Then each pair of interior angles. So the statement is talking about the interior angles which lies on same side of transversal line. Understood? So whenever a transversal line intersects two parallel lines, then the pair of interior angles which lie on the same side of the transversal line. If this is the transversal line, this is the right hand side of the transversal line and this is the left hand side of the transversal line. And the statement is talking about only on the same side of the transversal line. Suppose towards this side there are two interior angles, yes or no? Yes, which lie on the same side. So this angle and this angle are two interior angles which lie on the same side of the transversal line. Or conversely you can say this is another side of the transversal line. Now on this side there are two interior angles 1 and 2. Understood? So the statement is talking about the interior angles which lie on the same side. And we know the interior angles which lie on the same side of the transversal line are known as co-interior angles. What are they? They are known as co-interior angles. We have already discussed about what are the co-interior angles. Okay. Similarly, these two angles are also co-interior angles. Okay. So there are two pair of co-interior angles. Okay. Then you have to prove that the each pair of interior angle on same side of transversal line or the each pair of co-interior angles is supplementary. What is the meaning of supplementary? What is the definition of supplementary angles? Two angles are said to be supplementary if sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. Right? So here there are two co-interior angles. Then you have to show that these co-interior angles are added to give 180 degree. Okay? So supplementary means the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree. Since there are two co-interior angles on same side, so you have to prove this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. Or you have to prove this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. So you have to understand the meaning of pair of interior angle on same side means co-interior, supplementary means 180 degree. This is the theorem number 6.4. Okay, so theorem number 6.4 can also be written as if a transversal line PQ intersect two parallel lines AB and CD, then the sum of pair of co-interior angles, here it is written that the pair of co-interior angles is 180 degree. Here in the place of supplementary we have written 180 degree. And in the place of interior angle on same side of transversal line, we have written co-interior angles. So both the statements are same. Both relates to the theorem 6.4. Understood? So here you have to prove the co-interior angles. Here there are two pair of co-interior angles. These two. So you have to prove this plus this is equal to 180 degree. Or these two co-interior angles. This plus this is equal to 180 degree. You have to prove this two statement. Understood? So let us prove it. So first we have to write what is given in the question. Okay. So given. What is given? AB and CD are two parallel lines. AB and CD are two parallel lines. And PQ is a transversal line which intersect AB and CD at how many points? At two distinct points at M and N. Right? Then tell me how many co-interangles formed? Two pair of co-interangles formed, and hence two pair of co-interior angles formed. What are they? What are the two pair of co-interior angles? This angle, this angle. Okay, so you can write, I point, this angle means BMN, comma, this angle DNM. This is the first pair, and the second pair is this angle AMN, comma, and this angle CNM. So these are the two pair of co-interior angles. Now, what we need to prove? We have to prove the sum of co-interior angle is equal to 180 degrees. So BMN plus DNM is equal to 180 degrees. This is the first proof, and the second proof is this angle plus this angle. AMN plus CNM is equal to 180. Right? So let's prove. Okay. See, PQ is a straight line, and on this straight line, MB is a ray. Yes or no? Yes. So write it. PQ is a straight line, and MB is a ray on it. MB stands on it. Then we know, if on a straight line one ray stands, then the two angles formed. This is the first angle, and this is the another angle 2. Then these two angles are known as linear pair angles, and sum of these two linear pair angles is equal to 180 degree. So you can write this angle, one angle means the angle BMP plus two angle means BMN is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because linear pair angles. Okay, or axiom 6.1 and 2. This is equation 1. Right? Now, again see, this angle and this angle are which type of angle? This angle and this angle are which type of angle? They are corresponding angles, right? And we know, if a transversal line intersects any two parallel lines, then the corresponding angles are equal. Okay, according to the axiom 6.3. So you can write this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, and this angle means BMP is equal to this angle DNM. What is the reason? Because they are corresponding angles. Since corresponding angles, okay, due to axiom 6.3, the corresponding angles are equal. Understood? Now, you find that the angle BMP is equal to DNM. Now, in the equation, you find that the angle BMP plus angle BMN is equal to 180 degree. Now, in the place of BMP, we can substitute DNM, as these two angles are equal. Right? So, substitute BMP is equal to DNM in equation 1. The reason is that BMP is equal to DNM. So now in this place we have to write DNM plus BMN. BMN is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so by substituting DNM in the place of BMP, we find DNM plus BMN is equal to 180 degree. DNM means which angle? DNM, this angle, right? Plus BMN, BMN means BMN, which angle? This angle. So what we find? We find the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. And which type of angle these are? They are also known as co-interior angles. Hence we find the sum of these two co-interior angles is equal to 180 degree. Okay, and this is the proof of first statement. BMN plus DNM is equal to 180 degree. Hence we prove the statement 1. Understood? So now we will prove the second statement. The angle AMN plus the angle CNM is equal to 180 degree. Right? So here the angle AMN, that means this angle, plus angle CNM, this angle. These two angles are co-interior angles, and you have to prove that the sum of these two co-interior angles is equal to 180 degree. Okay? So let's prove. One thing you can look here, that PQ is a straight line. So write it. PQ is a straight line. Okay. Now on this straight line, MA is a ray which stands on this straight line, right? And on it, MA ray stands. And you know, if a ray stands on a straight line, then it forms two angles, 1 and 2. Okay, and these two adjacent angles are known as linear pair angles, and sum of these two linear pair angle is equal to how much? Is equal to 180 degree. So you can write this two angles sum is equal to 180 degree. So this angle means the angle PMA, angle PMA, or you can say the angle AMP, whatever you can write, plus this angle. This angle means AMN is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because these two angles are linear pair angles. Understood? This is the equation number 1. Okay. Next, this angle and this angle are known as which type of angle? This angle and this angle are known as which type of angle? These two angles are corresponding angles, because this transversal line intersects these two parallel lines. So these two angles are corresponding angles, and according to the axiom number 6.2, these two corresponding angles must be equal. So you can write this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, so angle AMP and angle AMP is equal to this angle CNM. Right? The reason is that these two are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles due to axiom 6.3, these two corresponding angles are equal. Okay. Now you see the equation 1 and this statement. You can see the angle AMP is equal to angle CNM. Here we have an angle AMP. In the equation 1 also we have AMP. So this AMP is substituted by CNM because these two are equal. So we have to substitute angle AMP is equal to CNM in equation 1. Right? So equation 1 is angle AMP plus angle AMN is equal to 180 degree. Now we have to substitute AMP is equal to CNM because we find it. So AMP is equal to CNM plus AMN is equal to 180 degree. Finally we get this result. Right? So we find the angle CNM. CNM, that means this angle. Okay? Plus AMN, AMN, that means this angle, are added to give 180 degree. and these two angles are known as co-interior angles. And this is the second statement. You can see the angle CNM plus angle AMN is equal to 180 degree. Hence, we proved the second statement that the sum of any two pair of co-interior angles are added to give 180 degree, or they are supplementary to each other. This is the theorem number 6.4. Either this statement is given to prove or this statement is given to prove. Both the statements are equal. Okay.